What's up, and welcome back to Employ Your Money. My name is Aaron Harris, and thank you for tuning in to this presentation on how to achieve financial freedom. If I could show you a pathway that would allow you to recapture your most valuable resource, your time, the time that you dedicate and commit week in and week out towards the fulfillment of your employer's vision, dream, and wealth creation. If I could show you a way to recapture the 40, 50, 60, maybe 70 plus hours that you commit every week and repurpose those hours into the activities, experiences, and people that you derive the greatest sense of fulfillment and joy from without affecting your standard of living, while in some cases even enhancing or increasing your standard of living. Would that be something that would pique your interest? I certainly hope the answer is yes, because my friends, that is the essence of financial freedom. To begin to pursue financial freedom as a worthwhile path and journey, we must first understand what it is, and then we must understand also what is required to achieve it. Society at large would lead you to believe that having a large sum of money in the bank is the definition of financial freedom. But I fundamentally disagree with this because it only addresses one side of a dynamic equation. You see, you can have a large sum of money in the bank, but if you correspondingly spend at a high rate without replenishing those resources, they will eventually be depleted. Therefore, when defining financial freedom, we must bring into play the flow of money. On the left side of the equation, we address the inflow with passive income. And on the right side of the equation, we address the outflow with living expenses. Therefore, financial freedom is simply defined as that point in time in which your passive income or income generated through the ownership, control, and or management of assets which do not require a direct and continuous input of time exceeds your living expenses for the same period. It is that point in time in which your passive income or income generated from the ownership, control, and or management of assets that do not require a direct and continuous input of time in exchange for money exceeds your living expenses during the same period in time. When defining passive income, it is important that we also define active income. Active income, by definition, is simply when you directly exchange your time for money. It is when you directly exchange your time for money. This is the vast majority of society. We are active income generators because we work for an organization, we work for a corporation where we directly exchange time for money. And this is evident because if you think about it like this, if you were to stop working today, how many days, how many weeks, how many months, how many years would you be able to sustain your current level of living or your current living standard into the future? Unfortunately, for most of us, because we are active income earners, that time frame would be very short. How do we go about earning passive income to begin the process of reaching financial freedom? Well, as active income earners, we must begin to convert either our active income or our time into the creation, ownership, control, and or management of assets, which then produce passive income. We must convert our active income into assets that then create passive income. So what is an asset? An asset is simply an investment that generates income without a direct and continuous exchange of time for money, that produces income on a regular and consistent basis. This can be anything from dividend paying stocks, cash flowing real estate, royalties from a book, or from music, or from intellectual property. The point is that by leveraging our active income and or our time, we can create assets or purchase and acquire assets that will then begin to slowly and methodically replace our active income with passive income. To the degree that we are able to do this successfully, and depending upon how aggressively we do this, the sooner we will be in a position to regain or recapture our time. The more aggressively and astutely we can leverage our active income and time into the creation, acquisition, ownership, control, and or management of assets, and begin to replace our active income with passive income, the sooner we will be able to recapture our time and repurpose it into the activities, experiences, and people that we derive the most joy and the most meaning from. Financial freedom is freedom in the form of time, because we are no longer required to use our time as an input to earn income to cover our living expenses. That is the beauty in financial freedom. That is why financial freedom is a worthwhile and worthy pursuit. But it does require focus, commitment, sacrifice, and discipline.